Hello everyone, I'm Shantanu Sharma. I'm co-founder of Woodbox and we help companies and organizations of all sizes reduce their scope 3 emissions through green procurement. On this channel, we talk about everything related to climate change, sustainability, what different organizations are doing towards green procurement, how you can adopt green procurement to reduce your scope 3 emissions, and how to future-proof your business. If this content is useful to you, do subscribe to the video and do subscribe to the channel and like this video. We have been running a series of case studies where we are looking at how different places around the world are utilizing green procurement to reduce their emissions. Procurement plays a major role for not just companies, but countries and cities and towns and municipalities as well. We've been sharing examples of different places. We shared an example of Malta and we shared an example of Helsinki earlier. So if you missed those videos, you can check out our channel and see what they have done for their green procurement. Today, we are bringing you the third case study in this series, which is from the municipality of Gabrovo, which is in Bulgaria. What Gabrovo has done is transform their entire street lighting from a sodium vapor lamp to an LED. Now, this may sound very overly simplistic, but let's think about it a little bit. Shifting your entire lighting, your entire street lighting across a municipality requires cost, is a bit of a expense for anybody, even if it is a small organization. So for a municipality, you can understand how that is. But they were able to overcome it. So first learning for us from this case study was that yes, cost may be a factor, but if you are willing to do it and if there's an intent, you will be able to find a way around it. How did Gabrovo do it? They did it through an energy service company or an ESCO model. Through this, they first did an energy audit where they found two main things that needed to happen if they wanted to reduce their carbon emissions. The first, of course, was convert all their compressed sodium vapor lamps to an LED, which would reduce their overall emissions. The second was they needed a centralized or automated system of monitoring the lighting so that this further reduces an annual 150 hours of light required. Now, for both these things to happen together, the solution was obvious. You needed to automate it and you needed a company who could help you in doing this. So what did Gabrovo do? It did not go about trying to find vendors who could just shift all the lighting. They set parameters and they said that you have to be able to give me a technology which can help me centrally control all street lighting. Now, this required very specific vendors. And when you go to specific vendors, they further added a layer of what all should be the benchmarks. So they put an input of environmental parameters, they put in an element of ethical manufacturing, they put in even regulations where you had to be ISO compliant on multiple things like designing the product, installation, removing and dismantling the existing street lamps. All of this had to be certified. So only when a company is fit to do all this and meet the environmental parameters were they allowed to even bid for this. Another interesting or a very different thing that Gabrovo also did was that they allowed an open dialogue. So they did not put it out like this is what I need, this is what you provide. They put out an information that this is what the problem statement, and there's freedom for the bidders to come up with solutions. So the bidders actually had innovative ideas on how they can solve this particular issue, and these two things found in the audit: one, shifting from a sodium vapor lamp to an LED, and second, having a centralized system. Once these two things were identified, Gabrovo not just tried to solve it themselves, they let the bidders also do the thinking and come up with innovative solutions. So a lot of learnings from this case study. One of the key learnings is that you need to be very sure about what needs to be done in terms of for Gabrovo, for example, they were able to do an energy audit and figure out two of their key things that they needed to solve. Secondly, you can't have cost as a barrier for yourself. You have to try to work around it if this is something that you need to do and you want to do. Once the intent is cleared, you will have to figure out a model where it works in everybody's favor. So that's where the ESCO or energy servicing company model came for Gabrovo. The third thing is they invited open dialogue, where this is the problem statement, this is what I want to solve, and you need to meet a certain set of parameters, give me a solution. So there was an open dialogue, a competitive dialogue that happened, which brought out the best possible solution. And fourth, as we have seen in all our previous case studies and videos, there was a clear documentation which said what all you need to first tick mark on before you can even apply for bidding. What did this result in? In 2021, the municipality of Gabrovo won the European Green Leaf Award for this effort, and they continue to stretch themselves towards carbon neutral and net zero. And I'm sure they will achieve it if they keep thinking it the way they are thinking right now. A very interesting case study, a lot of learning from it for sure. If you want to continue learning on this and you want to see more case studies like this and understand more about how you can adopt green procurement for your particular organization, do like this video, share this ahead with somebody for whom this may be meaningful, and subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you again soon, and if there are any questions or comments, do feel free to share them as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon.